our focus is on governing for the American people, delivering for the American people, and less on focusing on what he and his people are up to.
Some allies of former President Trump have been pressing for state houses around the country to pass resolutions rescinding electoral college votes for President Biden and to bring lawsuits that seek to prove baseless claims of large-scale voter fraud. Legal experts have called this effort preposterous, but is an organized push among those allies to decertify the last election something this administration is monitoring or concerned about?
Well, I would say that there have been dozens of court cases that have not been won by our predecessor and people who support him in an effort to overturn the outcome of the last election. And our focus is on governing for the American people, delivering for the American people, and less on focusing on what he and his people are up to.
Any reaction to former President Trump calling on Putin to release information about Hunter Biden? Are you concerned about it?
So what I would say about that is, what kind of American, let alone an ex-president, thinks that this is the right time to enter into a scheme with Vladimir Putin and brag about his connections to Vladimir Putin? There is only one, and it's Donald Trump.
So what does have any reaction to former President Trump calling Putin's move yesterday genius and smart?
Well, as a matter of policy, we try not to take advice from anyone who praises President Putin and his military strategy, which I believe is what happened there, expresses an openness to lifting sanctions about the seizing of territory in Crimea, or at any point in time told leaders of the G7 that Crimea is a part of Russia, regardless if they are a former president. So there's a bit of a different tactic, a bit of a different approach, and that's probably why President Biden and not his predecessor was able to rally the world and the global community in taking steps against Russia's aggression.
On former President Trump, he's having Save America rallies where he's decrying the Biden administration, decrying the response that you all in the White House have been given to this war in Ukraine. He said if he was here in office, he would do it better. It wouldn't happen under him. What is your response to the former President, Donald J. Trump, saying these things about the current administration?
I don't have a response to the former president. We are focused on getting the job done, getting the support to the Ukrainian people that they need, applying unprecedented pressure to the Russian economy, and building a form of Western unity that no one could reasonably have expected and that we have sustained through the early weeks of the war and will sustain for the period ahead. And I'll leave the commentary on what the former president said to others.